My hair is not playing.
Hello and welcome, everybody. Welcome those who are watching on my online moneymaker channels. I am so excited that you're here. This is a wonderful, wonderful conversation I'm going to have. And I invited Kylie to be here today because she has been through this issue of overwhelm in her business and was able to get back to just loving what she does. And I'm excited to bring her here to share that with you. I know this is going to speak to a lot of people. It's going to empower you and make you feel stronger in your business and all these steps and the things that she's going to share. I want you to take down some notes. Go grab a pen, grab some paper so you can write it down because it's good stuff for you here. So Kylie, take just a second here at the beginning and then just give a little bit about who you are and what you do, and then we'll deep dive right into it.
Perfect. Sounds good, Michelle. Well, thank you for having me here. So a little bit of background on me. I actually have a business in the horse industry. I'm a previous horse trainer, an equine entrepreneur. So I would train horses, I'd sold horses, gave clinics, did things like that. Nowadays, I focus my business more on helping other people build their own businesses. But speaking to the tone of burnout, I burnt myself out really, really bad about a year and a half ago or something like that, where I pretty much just gave up on my business. I didn't want anything to really do with the horses. I started to resent them, resent my clients, was in a toxic relationship and really just burnt me out. And I got into one of the lowest places I'd ever gotten into in my life. So throughout the last year and a half, I've really developed some strategies to help keep that from happening ever again and to keep enjoying what you're doing.
I love that. That's wonderful. Wonderful. Thank you and welcome. I see you watching there today. Thanks, Crystal, for popping on and saying hi to everybody here. Hello, everyone, wherever you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. We're glad that you're here. And thank you for sharing that. It's true. That happens to me. It's happened to me multiple times where I've just got burned out where, at one point in one of my businesses prior, I just one day sent out an email and just resigned.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm done. Rip the Band-Aid off, but that's not really the approach to always take. We started our business for a reason and we enjoy it and love it and have high hopes for it. So we don't want those things to happen. So talk to us in your experience, Kylie. What do we do to prevent that overwhelm so we can stay focused and enjoy it, doing what we love?
So I've come up with 5 just kind of basic strategies for avoiding burnout. The first one is to create a schedule and to stick to it. And it can be super hard when you're trying to be everything in your business all at the same time and you want to please everyone, but you have to stick to a schedule. Keep your clients knowing when you're going to respond and, be able to have those expectations for yourself so that your clients can expect the same thing from you. And just having that schedule, knowing that on Mondays are meeting Mondays or, on Tuesdays, I'm going to batch create things for social media or whatever that looks like for you. You really want to try and stick to a schedule and then you'll know moving forward how you can plan the rest of your days and actually enjoy some of your free time.
Exactly. And that's it. That's totally important. I was looking at today, actually the first day of a new month. So if you're watching this later on a video replay, I always look at how did I do the previous month? What were those things that worked well for me and what didn't? And it's funny because you hit the nail right on the head, Kylie, because it was okay, I was more scattered. And then I looked at my notes. I looked at the bulletin board. I have a 6-foot board behind me with stuff on it. And I realized there was a section on there that I hadn't updated since the middle of July. So 6
Oh, wow.
you know what? I didn't update that specific thing because that wasn't part of my schedule to specifically go do that, And it's okay, that's probably why I was scattered. So looking back at that, the schedule is important. Yeah, I get that. Yes, you're right on. What else?
So the second thing really, and this is what was a major bummer for me in my business was you need to set boundaries with your clients. Ooh. Absolutely. And that can look like a lot of different things for a lot of people. My biggest one was I would respond to messages that came in at 11 o'clock at night, 12 o'clock at night, 4 in the morning. Didn't really matter. And it was across all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, email, text message. Because you want to be everything to everybody and do what you can and always be like, yes, I'm available. But once you let your guard down like that, everybody takes advantage of your time. And it's really not fair, and it's not fair to your business that you spread yourself so thin.
Yeah.
When it
Or
comes
your
to
family.
Exactly. And even other than just like the messaging aspect, it was, me trying to bring clients into my barn so they can come see their horse and talk and ask questions. And I would just say yes any single time a day. And that ruined date nights for me. That ruined family functions. It was just work. And I did not set those boundaries. So that is one of the top things that you need to do in whatever kind of business that you're running, for sure.
And it's not your customer's fault, right? Because they didn't know, right? That you had this particular boundary. But it causes you to resent them.
I allowed them to.
Yeah, and I allowed it, and then I resented it, But this was years ago. I used to run a web development and marketing company years ago in the city, and I did that. Someone would say, "Oh, I'm having a big launch on Monday," and I'd spend the entire weekend working on their website to get them to launch on Monday, and it was like, okay, I'm never going to get those weekends back now. And I allowed that to happen. I should have said no, or change the the timeline or something. And you know what the weird thing is, Kylie, tell me the answer to this one, okay, girl? Because that was years ago, maybe 5 years, I don't know, at least. And I still get people once in a while today will send me a message like on Facebook or something. Like 5 years ago, I worked on your website, and now at 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, you're reaching out and asking me a tech question. At what point in my life did I seriously say that you get lifetime support like that, But then again, I didn't probably specify that. So how do you respond to those people who are, when you didn't set a boundary and you're trying to now set a boundary? How do you go about that in a way that's effective? And you don't feel like you're, you know what I'm saying, right?
That is a super, super good question. The way that I would go about it is basically just saying, hey, I'm making some changes in my business. So the best ways that you can contact me are XYZ or just X, hopefully, maybe email. And just say that I check my emails during this time of day, and this is when you can expect me to respond. But moving forward, for the health of my business and my own mental health, really, you don't even have to go that far. But
and I got an email from one of my mentors recently, because I'm in this really big high-level mastermind group, and I got an email that because I had responded. I replied to an email, and the email came back to me because I had replied on a weekend. Well, we don't answer. Yeah. We only answer email from this time to this time. We don't answer questions on Messenger or on our Facebook group or page. So only direct your questions here. And at first I thought, well, that's pretty darn direct.
Right.
But then again, I thought, wow, wouldn't that be really nice? How great that is. Exactly. Crystal says, that's a great question. Sometimes I feel like I let clients walk over me too much, and they're trying to always contact me directly, than rather like with a team email. So great. Yeah. Thank you for sharing that. You're exactly right, Crystal. That's the point, right?
Exactly, for sure. And it's a hard line to walk, like you said, because you don't want to sound too direct and too like you're trying to off-put your clients, but they also have to understand that, if they're paying you for a service and you want that, and you want us to give you like the best that we can, we need those boundaries. And that's really what it boils down to, is being able to give our best.
And then you're going to be so much happier because you're going to get your weekends back, your nights back, not even be able to turn back on the notifications on my phone and not have to worry they're going to go off in the middle of the night, right?
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
You're good. All right. Keep going with us, Kylie.
All righty. The third one that I found, especially in my industry, is to outsource at least one person, in my specific example. And that would be to like clean stalls or help feed the horses, so that I could spend more time working on my business and working with the horses that I had, and possibly even be able to do one or two more. But when I was doing literally everything, all my books, all the cleaning, all the training, all the feeding, it became a hassle, and it really became something that most of the time I would spend my time cleaning because the guy that owned the facility that I rented was very picky about that. So just by me burning myself out that way, my work and my horses wasn't even being able to show through because I was so tired. Learning a little bit more later on in life, had I spent just like the $400 a month to hire a teenager just to come pick up some horse poop, that was like half a horse, and I could have had 2 or 3 more easily. And so when you outsource at least one thing in your business to start, you'll actually make a lot more money because you will have more energy to do the things that you're actually getting paid to do.
And you don't have to clean up crap, right?
Exactly.
And I can speak to that because I have 3 horses also. And yeah, I need to get the grandkids over here so they can clean it up.
Exactly.
But it's outsource, isn't it? It's kind of like that whole delegation thing where we say, you know what, I could do a better job of it, and it's faster, and it's going to take me too long to show everybody else how to do it my perfectionism way, right?
Exactly. And yeah, like whatever that looks like for somebody else in business, whether that's, you need somebody to manage your social media for you, or you need somebody to just kind of take care of like the books on the backside, or whatever else it looks like. Something that can free up that time so that you can work on your business and work on your business, not in your business all the time.
Very, very good point. Excellent. Okay.
Absolutely. Okay. So the fourth one, I have 5. I remember the last one. It is, let's see. This is annoying. I'll just jump to the 5th one. I'll circle back around. That is mostly to just enjoy what you do. Take time to enjoy, why you do what you do. And, again, kind of in my own specific case, it was that I started to not like going out to the barn. I started to not like riding the horses or anything like that, which is huge for me because I've been riding since I was like 5 years old, and they were my everything. But just burning out so bad to the point that I didn't want anything to do with them really was shocking, and it was heartbreaking. So again, whatever it looks like for you in your own business, obviously it's something that you're passionate about, or you wouldn't have started it, right?
Right.
So you always want to take time to enjoy what you do and kind of just like remember why,
That's exactly true. I would have to say that when for now, of course, my personal business is book publishing to earn passive royalty income, and because I started publishing all these books and making money and had fun, and I loved doing that process, and I started teaching courses on how to do that. And the courses are great, and I just love all my students. They're amazing. But I get so busy teaching all my courses now that it takes time invested in one area is time taken away from another. And so it's less time for me to spend publishing my own books. And a couple weeks ago, I took a whole day and I sat down and I worked out this whole new book. And at the end of the day, my back hurt. It was just killing me. I was aching. But you know what? I was so excited because I was like, I got to pour myself into this. I got to pour my creativity. And it made me so excited, even though I was just aching afterwards from being so focused. And it's like, you're right. Getting back to that thing that excites you about your business and doing the parts of it that you love, it makes you enjoy what you're doing so much more. So whatever that thing is. So I totally see where you're coming from on that. That's great.
Absolutely. And then the last one, which I guess is technically kind of number 4, is to take on the clients and the work that excites you.
Yeah.
And I feel like that one is a huge one. Instead of you want to save your best yeses for what really, really excites you and that you know that you can serve to your highest level.
Whoa, that's good.
Because when you say yes to everyone and everything, you have the people that, don't really care that much, or that that you can't serve to the highest ability just yet for what they're looking for. But when you take on clients that don't excite you or even have like the same values or, really click with them, that's how you get burnt out because you're not clicking with any of your people.
Wow. That's so true. You know, in back previous businesses in life, I can think of times where, hey, you know what? You need a little more money left at the month. So you take on that one client because you're like, hey, I got to pay the bills, and then later that particular client project ends up taking more of your time and sucking more of your time away, and you're getting more frustrated.
Yeah.
You knew that you shouldn't have taken that one on, but you did it just because of the money. But if instead you would have not done it, and I think that works in lots of things, as a course creator, I get asked to collaborate on projects and do joint ventures and things like that. And so I have to be like, really, I think the word protect that too. You got to protect yourself and your business is what you're saying.
Oh, absolutely.
And yeah, whatever that thing is, because if I'm choosing to work with clients or projects that, if I'm not saving myself for the best ones, then I might be making less money and having less enjoyment, even though for the short term, right? Got to think long term on that.
For sure.
That was hit the nail on the head.
Yeah. that one was one of like my most important ones for sure. I just, like you said, okay, I need to pay my bills. I need like this one other horse in my barn, and clients turn out to be a nightmare every time. And a lot of in ways because I allowed them to be nightmares to me in my own business, but I wanted the good reputation. I wanted the money, I was chasing that, and I wasn't outsourcing, and just a whole combination of all of these and like my past mistakes just led me to utter destruction. So if I can pass along any of these tips and
they're great. So let's paint a beautiful, amazing picture now, Kylie. To paint the picture, imagine this. You have boundaries with your clients, your students, right? The people you work, you have boundaries, right? You've outsourced some of the crap work, right?
Yes.
You've outsourced that, so it's freed you up to do more of those things that excite you, and you've chosen the clients to work with that excite you most, and you take time to spend doing those things you still enjoy doing in your business. Now, how do you feel, right?
Right. I feel like I can continue working on the business, keep expanding, and keep getting re-inspired to do more. Yeah.
Yeah. Because now you're inspired to do more, but where were you before when you're overwhelmed and people are overtaking your boundaries and you got clients that are not exciting and you're not doing the part you enjoy anymore? Then what? Now you're not thinking growth and thinking creatively of how I can grow and do more in my business, right?
Exactly. Yeah, no, I was finding every chance I could use to get a happy hour.
I love that. That's super amazing. So let's say we have people here that watch, they're either brand new, they're just starting their business, and it might be they're becoming an influencer or they're creating courses and products, because you're creating courses and products to help people now in their business, which is wonderful and amazing. And so we have folks here who are wanting to maybe be an influencer or start an online store, which can bring a whole nother set of issues with boundaries, right, all over the world. But talk to those brand new people and let's say, you know what, hey guys, if you can set yourself up for success as you're getting started, how you could eliminate some of these things if you were to do it from the beginning.
Sure. So one of the best pieces of advice that I was told when I started my first business was to make every business that you have, no matter how big or how small it is, run it like it's the biggest business in the world. And what that does is it has you incorporate operating systems, even the ones that include not being burnt out. And that allows you to start fresh, clean, and organized from the very beginning. It's super, super difficult, I think, in the beginning when you're starting your business to, like we said, want to please everybody, get your name out there, be like old Miss Reliable, things like that. But if you can start out the gate with some operating systems in place, like you're as big as Starbucks.
I like that.
Yes.
Then I need something to drink.
Oh, I forgot to get mine. I was running short on time. Then you will be set up for success to set those boundaries and operate your business the way that you need to, which is like a business.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because do you really think, you just mentioned Starbucks, do you think that the founder of Starbucks is taking employee calls or customer service calls on Saturdays at 10 p.m.
Exactly.
when he's on vacation? No. So you know what? I like that. Let's think about ourselves, and that we're bigger. I even just think of, and we all do that. We know who there's influencers out in the world and who are the ones that I admire, or we all admire different influencers out there, people we follow, who have big, huge businesses. And you know what? I think of that person. I'm like, oh, would Amy Porterfield do that? Would Tony Robbins do that? No.
Exactly.
Right? So who's those people that you follow and think, is that something they would do? I may not be at that level yet in my life, but I ask myself those questions. Is that what she would do?
Exactly. And it's definitely super important, I think, to have a couple people that you follow that you can kind of like aspire to and kind of like look up to, and just model some of like your own habits after a little bit. But that's also a great point, is, what would Tony Robbins do? I actually ask myself that all the time, but
what would Jeff Bezos do if you're an e-commerce person, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're a social media influencer. What would Mark Zuckerberg do, right? Would he be answering that complaint on a Sunday morning at 6 a.m.? No.
No, definitely not. Successful people. Oh my goodness.
Exactly. Okay, so we're talking about people brand new starting up in business and how to set themselves up for success as they get started. Some of our folks here are already seasoned, and they might be just starting a brand new stream of income or adding another one. So those are great advice for them as well. But sometimes we maybe didn't start our business off on the track of, putting those boundaries out there and working with clients that we love and protecting that time of ours with a schedule, so that and then taking time to do that. So what would be like the first number one thing? So let's say, I didn't start it off right, and I let myself get overwhelmed. It took me longer than a week to dig myself into this. How am I going to dig myself out? Right. I got to realize that I'm not going to be able to, turn off the light switch instantly and get out of this overwhelm. But if I could just take one small step, what would be the most important one that have the biggest bang for my buck, so to speak?
That's a really, really, really good question. Sounds a little bit corny coming from me, but definitely one of the biggest shifts I think that needs to happen is just your mindset around the way that you run your business. Yeah. And that can look like a lot of different things for a lot of different people. But if you just know, okay, we're kind of spiraling a little bit out of control. I don't really know exactly where I'm supposed to go from here. It's just kind of making that mindset shift into, I'm kind of a badass and I know what I'm doing. And yeah. And it's time to get it going.
It is that belief. I love it. And exactly. And Crystal says, hey, I'm starting new streams this month. Awesome. Good for you. So yeah, you go get them, right? It is completely mindset, because if I'm just sitting around thinking I'm so overwhelmed, how am I going to dig myself out of this mess? And I hate what I'm doing. My clients suck. Right. And if I'm telling myself all that negative stuff, my brain starts to believe what I'm telling it. And then I'm dwelling, or what is it called? Worrying, which is negative meditation. Right.
Yeah. And then that helps literally nobody when we go. Yeah.
So believing and having the mindset that, hey, I'm going to do it right this time. I'm adding a new stream of income, and this new stream of income, in this new business I'm starting, I am getting off on the right foot. I believe I can do it. I'm going to protect my time, create a schedule, and not live a life of overwhelm, and enjoy the process and the journey as I do it. Those are excellent, excellent. Well, do you have anything else you wanted to share before we wrap up, Kylie?
Oh, my goodness. I don't have a whole lot more to say other than just to, believe in yourself, believe in your business, try to adapt into that mindset that's going to allow you to have a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity. Having a mindset of scarcity is something that really I see business owners falter with a lot. And that is just, the thought that, well, if I don't sign this one client, then I can't have any more clients, or I've already had my 8, I don't really deserve the next one. You deserve as many that want to come to you, because when you have that mindset that attracts those that you really want to work with, they will come. But it all starts with also not being burnt out. So
exactly. And having that mindset that, hey, I'm attracting my best clients and my best students and my best customers.
Exactly.
Yeah. And if I'm allowing that to come to me and manifest itself instead of all those negative Nelly people, whatever you're calling them. If your name is Nelly and you're watching, I didn't mean that negatively. Right. But to instead attract all of those good clients and the abundance and the not overwhelmed, the productivity will go way up in your business because you're not worrying about all the other stuff that's out there. So I want to thank everybody for watching today. Thank you so much, Kylie. This has been a very informative. I love the things that you said, and I thank you for bringing those to our audience today. And if you're watching on our YouTube channel, please subscribe to this channel. Click the little bell icon up above so that you will get notified when new videos are available. If you're watching on the Online Moneymaker Facebook group, please like and share this video. Of course, I love the like. We love the hearts too. I'm always trying to make the heart. I'm not very good at. I better practice that one. The heart. There you go. She's almost. It's reverse image. So I got to practice the reverse image heart. Tag and share someone who this might be a helpful video for them. And if you're watching on one of the other places, I just started streaming to today. I thank you for watching. Thank you so much for joining me today, Kylie. I'm so excited that you were able to share this great information. I know I'm going to be sharing this video a lot because I see this exact scenario in other groups and people posting online. So I'm going to just plop the link to this everywhere because it's such a great one. So thank you so much, Kylie. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you,
Michelle. You're welcome. Go out there and make some money and then go do good things in the world with it. Bye.